Welcome to
A Blue Room Podcast.
where a husband and wife duo combines their love of history, pop culture, and the latest drama to bring you a funny, informative, and intriguing podcast. Welcome to our Blue Room.
All right.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week.
It was a crazy last week. Quick catch up before we introduce a new segment to you. I'm a theater teacher. We had our big musical. We did High School Musical last week. It was great.
It was great.
And this guy was a perfect theater husband, helped take down the set, was just very helpful and supportive. So kudos to you, my honey.
Babysitter.
Kind of. When it's middle school, you kind of have to have a few babysitters around.
But yeah, it was great.
Yep. And now we're heading into soccer season. So now I will be a cute soccer wife.
Yeah, basically flip roles.
Yes. And it's nice because our busy seasons usually aren't at the same time. So we can kind of flip flop.
Yeah.
Yep. And it is like 52 days until our honeymoon. I will continue to count down even on this podcast because I am so excited about it.
Yeah. It's going to be great.
Yep. We're excited. Okay. Coach has a new segment for us that he's going to tell us about.
So I think we're going to call this segment Reddit Stories.
Okay.
I don't know. This first segment is going to be all about Am I the Jerk? Okay.
Yes, we won't. There's no cussing on this podcast.
Yeah. But so Am I the Jerk? So it's these situations where these people are asking, Am I the jerk for what I did in this situation?
And I think we have pretty good advice. So I feel like we'll be good at this.
Also, some of these stories are insane.
Yes, to preface, I have not seen any of this. This is a whole, like, I'm the pop culture side, he's the history side. So where he never hears the pop culture stories beforehand, I have not heard any of these Reddit stories. How many do you have?
I have two for sure.
Okay.
But
I think two's a good starting
honestly,
number.
as you keep scrolling, like you could be here
Get into
all
like
night.
a dark hole, like a rabbit hole.
Like I understand why people are on Reddit all night. I'm not a big Reddit guy. Like that's not really my
I've actually heard of
thing.
I'm glad you're not a Reddit guy because I've heard of like relationships crumbling because women find their significant other's Reddit and it's like he's a whole different person. So I'm thankful to hear you say that.
I basically use Reddit to find Minecraft ideas. That's about it. So don't worry. There's not a whole lot of women on those Reddit communities.
You're so pure, honey.
Anyways, here we go. Okay, so this first one says,
So this is Am I the Jerk, right?
Am I the jerk?
Or am I the you know what?
Am I the jerk for not canceling my friend from a trip she bailed on and refusing to cover her costs?
So wait, what? Read that again?
Yep, so it says, I, 18 male, booked a group holiday months ago with 3 friends. I'm the main booker, so everything goes through me. We agreed right at the start, if anyone cancels for any reason, the costs are on them. Everyone said yes. Now, one of
3 people you said.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, one of my friends, 18 female, suddenly decides she doesn't want to go. Not because of any emergency, illness, or money trouble, but because of, quote, tension in the group.
Well, 3 friends, always going to be tension.
She asked me to cancel her. I contact the travel agent and find out it would cost £471. So we're dealing with some
British.
We're dealing with Brits here.
Yeah.
It's already a mess, honestly.
Oh, goodness.
So £471 in cancellation fees. And me and the other 2 would have to pay £240 more each since the total cost gets split over a few people.
Are these all girls, by the way? Why did I
No.
think the guy is the reader a guy?
Yes.
Okay.
So the main guy, and then it's his friend that's trying to cancel.
I'm looking up £471. So that's about 616 United States dollars.
So not like chump change.
No.
And them have to pay $241 extra dollars.
And their kids, they're 18.
Yes, that's like probably $350.
Okay, keep going.
So I say absolutely not. I'm not making everyone else pay because she changed her mind.
Well, everyone else being 2 people, but sure.
Yeah, that is true. That's very like, well, the whole group is like
Yeah.
it's not really how it is.
No.
I also contacted the agency to tell them not to make any changes to the booking unless I give written permission.
So does he already have her money?
I don't believe so.
So he's just up a creek.
You know what? He might have the money because he says don't change anything. If it was like, if she called the travel agent to change, then that would probably, that'd probably change how it goes.
This This is very interesting.
But
to
that's
me.
kind of like, that's like a red flag for me. Like if your friend is that mischievous to like call the travel agent behind your back and be like, yeah, actually cancel all this
But
stuff
what
for
I want
me.
to know is there an update? Because what is this tension? Is she in love with one of them? Was there a fight? Like, can we get more clarification here?
So
Because
now it says, now she's mad. She's acting like I'm cold and unreasonable for not just, quote, handling it. She's being super passive aggressive, playing the victim, and acting like she's taking the high road, when in reality, she's just making everything harder for the rest of us. I've stopped replying to her messages at this point. We're still going on the trip, and her spot is just going to stay empty.
so she already paid for it then. Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
There's something we're missing a piece of the information.
It seems very shady. Like this, but here's you got to remember, if they're 18 years old,
They're babies.
they're babies. It could be the smallest thing, and it's like everything blows up.
Is there an update?
I don't see one.
What are the comments saying?
The Reddit post has voted that he is not the jerk, that he is in the right. Somebody did say, I would like to know about the tension in the group.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you, user.
Cat lady, no cats.
Yes, thank you, cat lady, no cats.
So, okay, do you want to hear the tension?
Oh, is there tension? Okay, tell me.
One of my friends, let's call her A, so another girl. Okay, so we have
This
the
is
male.
messed up. I don't agree with him. My spidey senses are tingling. One guy and two girls.
Oh, sorry. It says the one who's not going on the trip anymore.
Okay.
But it sounds like there's other girls in here too, though.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
So the one who's not going on the trip anymore came to me and said she felt like another friend, B, was talking behind her back. A said this made her uncomfortable and unsure if she still wanted to go on the trip. I told A she could talk directly to B about it. I wasn't going to get in the middle of it. But instead of doing that, A completely avoided B and started saying things like, B is toxic, or B talks about you guys too, trying to get the rest of us to turn against B as well.
Who is us? There's three of you.
It felt like she wanted us all to drop the trip or pick sides. So it's just,
I think they're probably both in love with him and they're fighting over him.
well, that's just so nothing. Like, oh, they're talking about you. Oh, well, they're talking about you. Like, of course they're talking about each other.
My thing is this. I don't know why a man is traveling alone with two girls, even if he's 18. Like, there should be another guy to even it out, is my opinion.
And there might be. I mean, we've only...
They keep saying us, and we all think, but all he said in the original post, right?
Yeah.
He said 3 people are going on the trip.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know where they're going, too. Is there anything about that?
No. But the Brits are so weird about going on holiday. Oh, we're going on holiday.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say that. The Brits, you know. I don't know if they have the internet there.
Oh my gosh.
Too busy sipping tea.
I'm really sorry to our one London listener. I'm so sorry.
Hello, going on holiday.
Okay, well.
So I don't know. I mean,
I happen to think that he's in the wrong here.
oh, you think just because of the original situation?
Yeah, I think there's something amiss. Now, do I think he's wrong for making her pay? No. She does need to pay. She said she would. She needs to be a woman of her word. But I still think there's something nefarious going on behind the scenes. What's the tension? Did he make out with one and then make out with the other and they're fighting over him? Like, what happened?
I don't know.
Does cat lady not cat lady know?
I don't think so.
So I don't know. That's my take.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's somewhat valid.
Okay.
Okay, this one's a long one. I'm going to kind of cut it a little bit, but I think...
I want more drama this time.
Am I the jerk for refusing to apologize to my dad? I, 22 female, yelled at my dad, 50 male, after he lit up firecrackers indoors feet away from us while we were having dinner. And then it says, FYI, he's not mentally ill. So
I don't know about that.
it says, hearing yelling itself gets me super anxious, let alone hearing the sound of firecrackers a couple feet away from me. I yelled at him and told him to grow up, which isn't like me at all. I never lash out or get angry. But right there, I lost control.
But the firecrackers would be my final straw, too.
He looked at me with a grin and said, quote, the next one will be aimed at you.
Whoa!
Unquote. I looked him dead in the eyes and told him to try. In my head, I was sure he wouldn't do it, but he was about to actually do it. But Mom stepped in and threatened to leave the house. He stopped after my mom yelled at him and acted like the victim. Now everyone is giving him the silent treatment. My mom told me today that I should apologize for raising my voice at him. I refused, and she said, he's your father. He deserves an apology. He didn't do anything wrong.
I'm his daughter. He tried to shoot a firecracker at me. I need an apology.
I just couldn't imagine.
And I need restitution.
I just couldn't imagine being like, hey, I'm just going to light a firecracker right next to
Was
dinner.
there a fire inside? Like, what was happening? I want to know what type of firecrackers.
Probably like a firework.
No, but like, is it the kind that just like spark on the floor? Or is it a kind that like if it's the kind that's like at Disneyland, then there's like a hole in the roof.
No, that's a firework. A firecracker is like a string of little. It's like a cap gun.
Okay, well,
But imagine like 50 of them all at once.
Honestly, like, does she live there with him? How old is she?
She's 22. She said, I can't move out. I'm a full-time student. The only time I get to be away from home is being at uni dorms. So once again, another British.
Why did you pick British ones? I want you to find an American one for the next one.
There's just, the Brits have a lot of drama.
Okay, so my thing is this. Move out, first of all. Please move out. Second of all, it depends on what you want. If you want to keep the peace, apologize to your dad. If you're going to stand on this hill, don't apologize and move out. Also, so I don't think you're the jerk, for sure not. That's a crazy thing to do. It's funny that you say he's not mentally ill, but I think only a mentally ill person could do fireworks inside.
I think if you have to put that explicitly in the Reddit post, there's something there.
For sure. I don't know. You could keep the peace, apologize, but say, I'm only apologizing if you promise to never do that again, because it just sounds kind of dangerous. Like, what else is he doing while you're at uni? Like, is he putting your mom in danger? Like, is he, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think that's a really weird story. Some of these are fake, I think.
I'm telling you, first of all, this Reddit page alone has 24 million people on it. So think about that.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Because there's 8 billion people on Earth. That's really insane.
Yeah. So 1 in 4 people is on this Reddit chain.
That's quick math. Good job. Yeah, so anyway, Firework Girl.
It's also completely wrong.
Firework Girl, you're not the jerk.
We're just going to move past the math thing.
Well, I thought you sounded so confident when you said it, so I was like, that must be
Well,
right.
confidence is half the battle, honestly.
Truly. So anyway, I'm so sorry, Firework Girl. Apologize if you want to keep the peace. If you don't, then you probably need to move out, so you don't have to deal with him. Although, like, now I'm just picturing, like, your dad bringing out the firecrackers, like, for Christmas and New Year's, and it's just always inside, never outside. Maybe corral him and say, let's do the firecrackers outside. Like, show an interest in his firecrackers, and then maybe.
Yeah, obviously it's a big part of his life. Obviously,
It seems like it is.
I mean,
I didn't even know firecrackers were legal in London or whatever.
yeah, I mean, I think firecrackers are pretty.
They're not legal where we live.
Yeah, they are.
No.
Firecrackers.
I guess. You know what else I need to know too? Was this just like a firecracker where you like pull it a little bit and then like confetti flies out? Because if that's the case, then yes, you are the jerk. Because who cares?
That is
It's his
true.
house.
It said I'm going to aim it at you.
I would be like, okay, then I'm going to aim mine at you, old man. Like, I don't know. Like, it just depends. I need more clarification again. Maybe we're not so good at this because I always need more clarification.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We don't have it.
So I'm inclined to say she's not the a-hole.
Stop recording. Sorry, this is like so hard because every. Okay, this next one says, am I the jerk for expecting my boyfriend, 30 male, to keep paying for everything after he offered, even though I make good money myself? Female 23.
Well, you know how I feel about this, but
We'll get ready for this.
yeah, go ahead.
My boyfriend and I have been together for a little over a year. He's 30 and earns around $800K a year.
What?
So like, this isn't like,
Where? What?
that's, yeah, $800K for a 30-year-old. Early in our relationship.
Is she lying?
I don't know.
Okay.
Also, there's a 7-year age difference. So
She's younger than him?
yes.
Then no, already no. He can pay for everything.
Yeah, but what if I expected you of that since you're older than me?
Well, I'm on a teacher's salary, so that would be silly.
Welcome to the club, sister.
Okay, well, hold
Okay.
on. Let me just do some quick math really quick.
You doing it monthly?
He's making 66 $1,000 a month. He can pay for my Chanel. He can pay for
Well,
my
okay, but
Pilates.
that's
He can
not the
pay
whole
for
issue.
everything.
That's not the whole issue.
Okay, go ahead.
It says early in our relationship, he told me not to worry about money and that he'd take care of everything.
Sure, King, gladly.
I didn't ask for that. He offered it willingly and seemed genuinely happy to do it.
Okay.
I work full time and make good money myself, so it wasn't like I needed him to, but I appreciated it. He paid for our dates, trips, paid for all the bills, and spoiled me with endless gifts. He always said he liked providing and that it made him feel good to take care of someone he loved. I never demanded anything. I just accepted what he said he wanted to give me. Blah, blah, blah. You know, working towards long term, whatever, whatever.
Of course she is. I would want that diamond stat. What? What?
But lately, his attitude has totally shifted. He's made comments like, quote, you act like I'm an ATM, or, quote, you're getting too comfortable, which really threw me off. I've been working the whole time. I don't not to rely on him, so whenever she does, she needs to work on her grammar.
Mm-hmm.
But it's confusing when he's the one who originally insisted on paying. If he's already pulling back and being resentful now, I honestly don't know how I'd feel safe being a stay-at-home mom later on. What if I give up my career, not something I would do, and he changes his mind again? I can't be with someone not willing to take over expenses when I'm pregnant and let me relax. When I brought it up, I told him I was just following the dynamic he set from the start. He told me I was being entitled, acting like a leech, and ungrateful, which honestly hurt. I'm just trying to understand how things change so quickly. I feel like he's rewriting the terms of our relationship and making me feel guilty for something he pushed. So am I the jerk for expecting him to stick to what he originally offered, or am I being unreasonable?
Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father. Run for your children.
This seems like a mess.
This is a mess because we might have an unreliable narrator, which I'm fully ready to accept, but let's just like pretend for a second that she's not an unreliable narrator and this has happened exactly how she said it did. He seems bipolar, or he seems like he's resenting you at this point. And maybe you've come off a certain way, but no, like if he's already like this, it's exactly what you said. You already know what you need to do. You need to run for the hills, because a man, no matter what he makes, like should want to help provide for his wife. Like, and not in like a traditional sense even, but like being a team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but someone on here had a great point. Like, relationships evolve, and it seems like maybe she is a little too, like, spending too much money, like, just too easily to swipe the credit card, and maybe not giving back in a way that he feels appreciated.
Yeah, I don't know, but she didn't let us know that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there any updates or like anything?
Not that I can find, but seemingly this seems like a bad situation. I mean, like I said, relationships evolve. If he loses his job, that $60,000 a month is gone.
Then what do they do?
She has to help take over. And it seems like maybe that's not what she really wants. She says she likes her full-time job, but
I want to know what she does. Can you find that? What?
I feel like you're really overestimating what people are posting on Reddit.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm a new to Reddit. I don't really get on Reddit.
Yeah, we can tell.
Oh, come on! Don't be mean.
So I don't know. To me, this seems like a bad relationship. I don't think she's the jerk totally. This seems like maybe like a 70-30 him thing. I think it could be better, but something's not right. Plus, not to mention too, as a relationship evolves, so does the money aspect. Like, the money that you spend on a first couple dates is not the entire life.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
Like, our first couple dates, we would go out and do big stuff, and it was like we would go downtown. We would spend quite a bit of money.
Bowling.
Yeah, that too. And it's like not every date is going to be like that, and that's one thing that changes. So maybe she's still spending the credit card like it's the first 3 months, and now.
Yeah, I just don't like how she perceived, or she told us how he talked to her. Because if he actually talked to her like that, then it's something deeper.
Yeah, if he called her a leech to her face,
That's what I said. Run
That's
fast for your
wild.
mother.
Yeah, that's insane. That'd be one where it's like you're borderline verbally abusing.
3 strikes and you're out.
Oh, learning some basketball expressions.
Baseball, silly.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, I have one. I found one.
Oh no.
Are you ready? I thought this would be close to your heart.
Uh-oh.
Am I the jerk for telling my wife she can't cook?
I mean,
So listen, in our house, I cooked today, but it was because it was a crock pot meal. And I just threw it in the crock pot and it cooked all day.
and pre-made salad dressing.
Hey, but I made the salad and yeah. But okay, listen, I'm really good at baking. I can bake fresh bread. I'm really good at cookies. I'm good at like cake from scratch. I'm good at all that kind of stuff.
She's good at making carbs.
Yes, for some reason, protein evades me.
Which for this type 1 diabetic is
Come on, I'm sorry.
No, I mean it's great. It always smells great.
Ugh.
Just whenever she starts cooking, I have to go on a run just to even out.
Baking, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in our house, he's the cook, so that's why I thought this was funny. This will be our last Reddit story. I think I love this segment. It's kind of fun. We need to find more dramatic ones, though.
Yeah, a lot of these are so like platonic, where it's like, "Am I the jerk for not letting my roommate borrow my car?" It's
Yeah.
like, who cares?
Yeah, that's
Probably or probably not. Like
No, probably not.
a lot of people on this Reddit, is it community? Is that what it is? Reddit page. I feel like
what is it called? Actually, Reddit subreddit.
they're looking for like self vindication. Like
Yeah, that's true.
they're probably in the right, and they're looking for other people to tell them that they're
But
in the
that's
right.
sad that they don't have people in their life to tell them that they're right.
Well, that's where like the Reddit mod memes come from.
Mm-hmm.
Like just people that sit all day on the computer and approve or disapprove of posts, and it's a whole thing.
Before I do the final story, maybe next week we'll film ourselves again so we can. I know that the people miss our faces.
Do they?
I don't know. I think the 7 listeners that are listening miss our faces. So that'll be a goal we have. I'd like to start getting out 2 episodes again since things are speeding up for you, but they're kind of slowing down for me. So we might be able to do that. But yeah. And if you want to be our sponsor, please sponsor us. Because right now we're sponsored by...
Well, Lowe's and Home Depot are both reaching out, but
No,
I don't know if we can come to a consensus.
oh my gosh, no. We're sponsored by like... For him, Diet Coke, and for me, like,
Oh,
candy.
I wish we could be sponsored by Diet Coke.
Maybe one day.
Diet Coke, I'm your biggest fan. I go through a 12-pack in like a day and a half.
Yeah, it's
If
actually
you
really
and
bad.
really, I mean, it's about every 45 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, so sponsors, reach out to us. We'd love to be sponsored. Maybe we should do a giveaway.
What would we give away?
I don't know. It could be something fun. I'm gonna think about it. Anyway, okay, final one.
Special giveaway, something fun.
I don't know.
Wow.
We'll think of something.
It's gonna be huge.
Believe me, folks. Oh, I can't say that.
They can.
Okay, anyway.
What?
Okay, so am I the jerk for telling my wife she can't cook? I, 29 male, have been with my wife, 28 female, for 8 years, and meals are just about the only place of contention in our marriage. But I'm scared she's going to kill someone one day. Background: we split the cooking in our house 50-50, but when she cooks, I feel like I have to watch her like a hawk. She undercooks just about everything, especially meat, and no matter how many times I try to politely correct her, she claims I'm being picky. For example, every time she makes rice, I just can't convince her it's 1 part rice to 2 parts water. She always says, "Are you sure? That seems like a lot of water." Or maybe that's just how you like it, but I don't want it so mushy. The package and Google won't convince her either, and I just swallow my pride and eat the crunchy rice every
Oh,
time.
nasty.
It's like that with everything. Pasta, veggies, bread, meat. The thing is, I wouldn't care so much if it was just me, but she always wants to cook for our friends. She really prides herself on her cooking and wants to make everything herself. I just trail behind her, trying to make sure it's all edible, but there's usually a few dishes that end up drastically oversalted. That's my problem. I oversalt. Or undercooked. Our friends will politely eat, but I noticed they've been coming to fewer and fewer invitations for dinner.
They're losing friends from this situation.
Things all came to a head the other night when she went to put some chicken in the oven as I was hopping in the shower. When I came out, she had pulled the chicken out and said dinner was ready. I was skeptical and told her that it had only been like 10 minutes. She said she pan-seared it first, so she was sure it was fine. But when I came to look, the sides were literally pink. And even I know, if chicken's pink, do not eat it. A steak pink, Fine.
Good job, chef.
Thank you, chef. I snapped a little and told her she's going to kill someone someday from serving them raw meat. Can't you see that it's pink? That's food safety number one. She said she thought it was done and it's not her fault. Her mother never showed her how to cook chicken growing up. Then I told her, well, you're almost 30. There's no excuse for not knowing how to cook at all. Needless to say, she was pretty upset with me, and I probably could have been nicer. But I've been nice about it for 8 years and nothing has changed. Am I the jerk?
Well, I think there's a really easy solution to the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Just get a divorce.
Oh my gosh, don't even begin.
These two sound terrible.
No, he said that's the only point of contention in their marriage. That's amazing.
Yeah, but if I'm like, yeah, you're gonna murder someone and we're losing friendships from this.
I don't know. I like this advice.
That's crazy.
I like this advice. Somebody said maybe both of you take a basic cooking class together, some sort of couple thing.
Yeah, but it sounds like she doesn't want to listen. I was joking about the divorce thing, but
Yeah,
it just
I was like, are you kidding
no,
me?
it just sounds like she doesn't want to listen though, and it's like, is it because it's coming from you and you're too close to the situation?
Someone said buy a meat thermometer for her.
Wow. I feel like that's the opposite of a lot of people's problem. I feel like a lot of people overcook, especially chicken. People get so freaked out by it.
Someone said I just can't resolve never being taught how to cook with assuming everyone else knows less than you about cooking. I don't know. I feel bad. I don't think he's the jerk, but I think he could have been a little bit more sensitive, and there seems to be something else going on with her.
Maybe she likes her chicken medium rare.
That's insane. Nasty.
It could be. Chicken sashimi? Chicken tartare?
People think that he's let it go on for too long.
Yeah, I mean, 8 years.
Yeah, he says, someone said everyone sucks here. You say this has been a problem for 8 years and it's beyond just not tasty all the way to unsafe, yet you're still eating her meals and hosting dinner parties. You're half the problem.
I don't know about that, because I think there's times to pick your battles.
I agree.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I forget what country song, but basically it's like, you know, you're eating burnt supper for the whole first year.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, but you smile and you ask for seconds. I think that's fine. I think this is like a year, maybe a 2-year thing of like, I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. But 8 years of basically like having raw chicken and your friends like actively hating you for it.
I'm not actively hating, but just not coming over.
They're
for
not
dinner.
coming anymore. That's actively hating.
That's a little dramatic. But honestly, I will say, like,
8 years of your friends firebombing your house because they hate it so much.
Stop. I've gotten even better at cooking in like the not even year that we. No, I have.
I didn't say anything.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't say anything.
He thinks I haven't.
What? Well, I think we should talk about it now, not 8 years down the road.
I'm trying.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, you've done a good job.
I'm doing better.
You listen, which is like half the thing.
Well, I do listen because I know that I don't know. And what's sad is like my dad was a very good cook, a very good chef, because he worked at a lot of nice restaurants throughout his career and everything. So I don't know why I never learned to cook. I love to bake, and I don't know why baking comes easy to me, but cooking doesn't.
I mean, growing up, I never really cooked. I mean,
That's what your mom kind of said.
yeah, that was never my thing. When I got to college, I got better at it.
You had to, though.
But definitely like, you know, last year of college and then kind of first years of real adulthood, I don't know. I just kind of started taking pride in it. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like a great cook.
No, you are such a good cook. That's one of the things that I first loved about him was I would come over and he'd be like, let's stay in, I'll cook. And he was very capable around a kitchen, and I found that very attractive. What?
I mean,
What in the world?
I mean,
Okay. So,
lessons to learn here, people. Learn to cook.
so that was our subreddit, Reddit
Stories.
stories. I don't know. We'll come up with a name. But thank you so much for listening. Let us know if you have a particular story you want us to cover. I think maybe we'll record an episode about some pop culture-y things this weekend. A lot has happened since we last spoke.
Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that later. I feel like that story is going to be here to stay.
Yeah, that's a juicy story. So
Unlike her marriage.
Whoa.
Sorry, Sydney.
She's not listening to this.
You never know.
Okay, we will see you later. Bye.
See ya.